If you see people enjoying all kinds of mushrooms as meat substitutes and you want to get in the game, but you don't know quite how, I'm going to show you in this video. So when you go out to farmers markets and Asian markets, you see all different kinds and varieties of mushrooms, and you might not know what to do with what. Let's start with this guy right here. Does this look like a mushroom? Well, it is. It's king oyster mushroom, sometimes called trumpet mushroom. It's a very, very, very sturdy mushroom. You see, I am forking it to shred it up. That is how strong and sturdy this mushroom is. So I like to use it as filler inside of meat substitutes. So I might use it with things like Beyond Meat to make ribs, or I definitely put it with a lot of varieties for a turkey substitute at Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's so yummy that way because it shreds up so very nice. I put it inside of vital wheat gluten to make vegan oxtails with jackfruit. I also make, like I said, ribs, and you can also eat it by itself like this at the Asian restaurants. Sometimes they serve it, and I make it this way as sort of like sticks inside of vegan fried chicken that I use soy sheets around. So it's super delicious, super versatile. If you need something nice and strong, king oyster mushroom is your guy. Portabella mushrooms is also a very strong mushroom. Now you see I'm wiping it off with just a little wet paper towel here. If I get them already packaged, this is pretty much how I clean them. Now if I get them in the Asian market where they're loose, and I'll show you that in a little bit in the video, then I usually wash them with a little border. But I like them thick like this so that I can make, like here, I make country fried steak. See, when I get it at the Asian market here, I usually use a little vegetable wash because people's hands have been all over it. You don't know who's touched it. So you can slice them up really nice and sturdy and use them on pizza. You can use them on burgers, which I'm doing here. As a nice addition, I also use it inside of egg rolls. I like to use portabella mushrooms as grilled steaks as well. So you saw me do the country fried steak. This is a grilled steak. Oyster mushrooms, and this guy looks kind of ugly, but it's probably the most popular of exotic mushrooms these days is this oyster mushroom, because you can use it to make things like fried chicken, vegan fried chicken. And I've used it here to make a white clam sauce. It was delicious. Just the tops are nice and delicate. I've also used it here to replace shrimp for shrimp and grits. So it's very versatile. It just depends on the seasoning. Here's another one that's a Noki mushroom. What's great about this is that it makes a great vegan fried chicken and a vegan fried fish, but it's super, super inexpensive. So one little packet that costs about under $2 or $3 can make you quite a bit of vegan fried fish and vegan fried chicken. So that's what I love. And of course, I get this at the Asian market. A lot of these mushrooms you will find at the Asian market. There will be a small quiz at the end of this video, so make sure you stay till the end. And these are seafood mushrooms on that. They look a lot like Noki mushrooms, but they are not. They're a little bigger and they're a little firmer. You can fry those up. I also use them in place of shrimp and grits. And then here is white and Crini mushrooms. They are different, but they pretty much are the same ones. When people say they don't like mushrooms, this is what they mean. These white spongy or brown spongy Crini or white button mushrooms. They're great. You can put them inside of gravies, frittatas, anything you need a little mushroom flavor. This is your guy, and they're super inexpensive and they're easy to chop and to add into things. So I love my white and Crini mushrooms. I use them interchangeably. Now look at this fluffy guy. What is this? Is this a mushroom? Yes, it's called a lion's mane. A lion's mane mushroom has been going around. I use mine to imitate crab mostly, but I've seen it a lot to imitate steak. It's kind of expensive, so I like to get my bang for my buck by using it as crab. Here I'm air frying it to make some crab cakes. So I made a she crab soup once, and now I'm making air fried lion's mane crab cakes. They are delicious. It really does have the flavor of crab. People love it as steak, but like I say, I usually buy that at restaurants. I don't make that because it's so expensive. These are my crab cakes, so nice and yummy. Now here's another one. It's a Japanese mushroom called a Shitake mushroom. It looks like a Crini, but it's so much more firm, and the stem is really woody, so it's not much you can do with the stem. As a matter of fact, a lot of times if I find Crini mushrooms in the supermarket already sliced, I buy them that way because they are kind of tough to handle, and there's nothing I can do with the stem except for maybe dehydrate it or boil it and make a little broth. Because it is an Asian mushroom, I find it in Asian restaurants and yummy rices and great dishes, and I love to put it inside of ramen dishes myself. So it's a nice meaty flavor inside of ramen dishes. I use all different kinds of flavoring, all different kinds of flavor signatures and different noodles, and it's just a yummy, yummy, yummy little meat substitute inside of my ramen. Now we're getting to the end, and I want you to guess, this is the quiz part, what is this mushroom that I used here? Can you guess?